Sammie's a cool guy, you know what I mean? It's okay, and he makes me laugh, it's nice. But he says I look like his ex, you know. And I feel like if I had picked him, number one, he might want to be a bit too comfortable with me.
Hey Bethans, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha and I'm really glad to have you here. Please hit on the subscribe button before you leave and also give this video a very big thumbs up at the end if you enjoyed watching it, okay? Guys, let me tell you, I have a lot of gist for you guys, like a lot. But anyways, I'm going to start from somewhere, okay? The first thing I would like to talk to us about was the conversation the new head of house, Peaceful Peace, had with her deputy, Yusuf, okay? They were in bed, it was really late at night, as you guys saw from the clip I inserted at the beginning. You know, they were actually just talking about her choice of, you know, deputy and all of that. And she was explaining to Yusuf why she chose him instead of Sammie. Because again, I actually thought that Peace was going to pick Sammie because they're really close, he makes her laugh and everything. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, oh, maybe this is the guy she's going to choose. And from the explanation she was giving to Yusuf and what Shalaye UFC, they started Shalaye again. I don't even know which said anybody Shalaye. But yeah, she was telling Yusuf that, you know, part of the reason she actually did not choose Sammie was because she felt like Sammie was showing interest in other girls as well. Yes, he makes her laugh. Yes, he makes her very happy and everything. But she just feels like, he's also showing the same feelings towards other girls and all of that. Plus that there was something Sammie actually said to her, you know, that Sammie told her that she looks like his ex-girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, bad signal already, okay? We don't want to be looking like anybody's ex-girlfriend. If I look like your ex-girlfriend, go on side because we cannot be together. Because if your ex-girlfriend don't fuck up before, any small thing when I do, you start comparing me to her, and that's obviously not a, I don't know, I don't want to be in that situation where let me not just look like anybody that you've dated before, okay? Thank you very much. She actually went on to tell Yusuf that she felt like if she had chosen Sammie, he would get too comfortable, and you know, she just doesn't want that. She wants to just get to know people, you know, get to study them and all of that, not really getting comfortable in that aspect. And that the reason she chose Yusuf was because she understands the guy and she feels like he respects boundaries, and for her that's what she wants. So all right, let's see how far they can respect the boundaries, okay? Now let's even talk about Sammie, the same Sammie that Peace was talking to Yusuf about. Let me tell you, Sammie has already found himself a new ship, okay? I think we're going to be calling this ship Samgel, okay? Because Sammie and Angel, I mean, throughout yesterday night, they were together in the garden. The rest of the housemates were at the dining area. They were playing charades and everything. But Sammie and Angel were just in another world. They were in the garden, you know, he was giving her a foot massage. You know, they were just gisting and everything. And you know, when it was late in the night, we met them on the same bed, okay, under the duvet. Well, they were not actually doing anything, or I did not see them doing anything, but the cocoa of the matter was that they were both on the same bed. You know, they were cuddling and everything. In fact, Angel was the one even now see, temptation. But yeah, that's basically it. And I feel like nothing happened because this morning Sammie actually had a conversation with Nee. Nee has automatically become the relationship expert in the house because almost everybody just goes to him to talk about, you know, what they are feeling and all of that. Maybe because of the fact that he's married and maybe his age, I really don't know, but they just feel like they're comfortable talking to him. I would have been comfortable talking to Nee myself because the guy is just very, very chilled, okay? Now Sammie was having conversations with Nee this morning at the garden, and you know, Sammie was like, oh yeah, that he doesn't know that they were getting very close and everything, but that nothing happened on the bed. You know, that he tried not to touch her inappropriately because he just felt like, you know, that's not what they were about, that the girl is just free with him and he didn't want to mess things up by touching her, even though she was the one just caressing his body and everything.
Imagine I see her first person now and I won't really reach that way. I will do my, but I don't even really do anything. Even though I know she should be that time because I will sleep, she just play my body. Once I do, but I just do like stick. I don't
And Nee is like, okay, fine. The fact that she said she's just being friendly with you, she's just being straight. See, girls will always be girls. That's what they will tell you. They will never just come out to you to say, oh yes, I'm feeling you and all of that. That there's nothing wrong with both of them bonding and maybe falling in love, but he should also remember that it's a game. You know, just give him all those advice and all of that. Because, you know, they spent quality time together. Like when I say people spend quality time, Sammie and Angel spent quality time together, laughing and giggling about things that I don't even know if they were really funny, you know, but they were were just laughing. You guys know how you meet somebody that you are bonding with, even if the person sneezes, you go start to laugh. That was basically what was happening between Sammie and Angel yesterday. And I think that part of the reason Sammie got really close to her was the fact that, you know, after hearing her story, yes, I know that he probably liked her before and everything, but, you know, just hearing her story and hearing her talk about all of these things that she has been through in life just kind of drew him closer to her. Because I know that when she finished speaking yesterday, Sammie was like, Angel, I love you, and Angel was like, I love you too, Sammie. Now I know that they didn't mean the love in a very deep level, because I mean, it's still too early, but I could also tell that both of them were going to become like really close and, you know, want to just talk more on the things. Now let's talk about some of the things Angel mentioned during the whole get to know me thing that the housemates had. They were in the garden and, you know, they were taking turns to talk about themselves and everything, and Angel was like, oh, that she's been dealing with depression and mental health issues, and that she actually got admission into Unilag, but then she dropped out after 2 weeks, and in these 2 weeks she did not even attend any lectures at all. She felt like it was so difficult for her because the secondary school she had attended, there was really no space for bonding and all of that. Like, it was too, I don't even know, it was just too somehow. And you know, now being in Unilag where you could just be yourself was quite difficult for her, so she had to drop out. She didn't even tell her mom. Apparently her mom doesn't live in Nigeria, but she grew up with her grandma. She also talked about, you know, the fact that she lost her boyfriend at a very young age, and that kind of affected her mentally as well. She also mentioned the fact that she has been self-harming herself since she was 14. In fact, she showed the housemates the mark, maybe where she would inject herself. Like, she's been through so much, and I'm just like, people go through a lot of stuff. You wouldn't know anybody's story until they actually open up to you, because this life is just somehow, like, I've grown to that point where it's like, better don't even judge anybody for what they've done with their lives and all of that, because you don't know their story, you know. So for me, I felt really bad for her. I kind of felt her pain, even though I don't really know what the pain feels like, but, you know, I just kind of felt her story. It was really deep, and he actually got the rest of the housemates, you know, going to hug her, you know, telling her that she's strong. Irene even took it further down, you know. She took her to the room and was telling her that, look, just take it one step at a time, you'll be fine. I mean, you're here now, it only gets better from here, you know, just trying to ginger the girl and motivate her. And I feel like that was really nice of Irene, okay, because even when Biggie asked Irene about it in the diary room, she was like, oh yeah, she just felt the need to sort of speak to her and just get her out of that mood, basically. Now, it was also in the process of getting to know one another that Tega mentioned that she has been married for 4 years. In fact, the month of August will be her 4th wedding anniversary and all of that. And she mentioned to us as well that she has a 3-year-old child. Okay, now for Sasuke, guys, I don't know why I kind of see myself in Sasuke, because the girl is just crazy, you know. She's very playful, she doesn't take life too seriously, because if you take life too seriously, now your matter be that, okay. But when she was talking to the housemates about herself and everything, she was like, as I did like this, I don't know my relationship status. And people were like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, okay, well, the thing is, she was in a relationship, or she is. I don't know if I should use is or was now, because from everything she said, her boyfriend kind of threatened her that if she goes on the show, if she goes on Big Brother Naija show, he was going to end the relationship and all of that. And now she's here in Big Brother's house, so for her, she doesn't even know if the relationship is still on and everything. And the housemates were kind of saying bye-bye or waving. I don't even know that funny expression that they had, but it was really funny. They all laughed about it. Guys, let me know, what would you have done if you were in Sasuke's shoes? Like, would you have let the opportunity of becoming famous and maybe a chance of winning 90 million pass you by because your partner says you shouldn't go on the show? Or, you know, would you have actually just come for the show regardless? Guys, let me know what your thoughts are, because for me, I feel like before I even apply on the show, I would let my partner know that, oh, this is what I want to do, you know, we'll talk about it. It wouldn't get to a point where, you know, he's now threatening me, because if he begins to threaten me, then I feel like I'm in a cage. Like, no, you cannot threaten me. You can only advise me on what to do. It's my life and I have it to live, you know, so you cannot now make it a do or die affair. In fact, I cannot even be with that person, because, nah, it's not just going to work, okay? Beatrice also made us know that she has a 7-year-old son, OG, and it was actually his birthday. You know, the housemates now started singing happy birthday to you. It was really sweet. And I also overheard when J. Paul, Boma, and I think Sammie were having a conversation, and they mentioned that Beatrice was married before, but now she's divorced. Now, I did not hear that from Beatrice herself. It was, you know, as a result of the conversation these guys were having while they were playing snooker that they mentioned it. So I really don't know, but I don't think that they would have mentioned it if they did not hear it from her. You guys know how we're not privy to all the conversations that they're having, but yeah, she has a 7-year-old son. Okay, now still speaking about the conversation Boma, J. Paul and Sammie had while playing snookers, they were talking about white money. Okay, and J. Paul was of the opinion that he feels like white money is a very nice guy, he's a very romantic guy, you know, and that he's very happy that now the girls are warming up to white money, because white money had mentioned to them earlier that he doesn't know how to walk up to a lady and all of that. So he's very happy that the female housemates are really warming up to him, but that sometimes his behaviors might come across as being aggressive, but then again that's probably how he is, and he probably doesn't even know that some of the things he's doing might cut across as aggressive, you know. And they were like, oh yeah, we're going to mention it to him, so it's not like we're gossiping about him, but yeah, you guys gossiped and we heard it. Okay, now still about white money, guys, I've been seeing some closeness here and there between white money and Maria. You know, a lot of people feel like, you know, there's going to be a ship there soon. Guys, let me know, do you see it? Because as much as I see it, I still don't see it, you know, because Maria just wants to be friendly with everybody, in my opinion. And, you know, I just feel like because of the fact that white money is really, you know, homely, he will cook and everything, it's just really easy for girls to like somebody like that. Me, if you can cook for me, I will be your best friend. I will be yeah, so I just think that, you know, it's platonic for now. Maybe if anything is going to happen, maybe in the nearest days to come and all of that, but for now I feel like they're just being platonic. And, you know, Maria was like, oh, you know, I'm going to eat this food because, you know, white money cooked and called her, and she was like, oh, she's not really hungry, but she's just going to eat it because it was white money that made it. So that's also another reason why people would think that, you know, there's more to their friendship than just platonic friendship. But, you know, we're all for that, and our eyes, they open. After all, now shine your eyes season with this, so yeah, we're definitely keeping our eyes open for that one. Okay, Emmanuel and Cross also had a conversation at the garden, and both of them were like, oh yeah, that they're feeling liquorose and everything. Emmanuel was like, oh, I've seen some of her dance videos, you know, the girl is very good, she's a good dancer. And Cross is like, wow, I didn't even see her to be a dancer, he didn't know about her before now, and that right now he's interested in seeing her dance. But Shasha, both of them admitted that yes, so that they feel liquorose, and that's one of the reasons why my guess yesterday was liquorose, because I asked you guys who you felt like Emmanuel was referring to as his chick. Because for me, Emmanuel just really likes her vibe. In fact, the day they came into the house, Emmanuel walked up to her and was like, yeah, I know you, blah 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 blah, but I don't really know Sha. We go still they look there, because yeah, now that Emmanuel likes her and, you know, Cross also likes her, let's see who's actually going to go for her. Because, you know, Lico actually mentioned to us that she wasn't in a relationship, and, you know, she's had a fair share of breakups and all of that, and, you know, she's been away from the relationship scene, plus the fact that she's a lover girl. When she loves real hard. She's a sucker for love and everything. And I'm like, oh crap. All right, you don't tell them all these things, so when they start, they put pressure. Nobody should come and say, but I did not give them any sign. You gave them the sign, baby girl. We saw the signs as well, all right? Anyways, guys, today being day 4 in the house, they woke up as usual after the alarm and everything. And, you know, they went into the arena for their morning workout. Now, while the guys were, you know, there doing strongman work, they do mozu and everything, the girls were just there whining and following the instructions Liquorose was giving to them, you know, just shaking their waist and everything. And let me just mention to you guys, white money is actually a very sweet guy. Like, when I say somebody is sweet, it's sweet, okay? Because this morning now, yeah, he wanted to make breakfast, and then he called the housemates. Oh, what do you like? Do you like ripe plantain or unripe plantain? Do you like this? Because that would also help him determine what he's going to make for breakfast. Like, the guy has just been a very sweet chef, you know, cooking for everybody, serving them and all of that. So yeah, that's basically everything that's happened so far. Well, some of the things that I felt like I should mention to you guys. Today is day 4, like I said, and we're definitely going to be looking out for the task of the day. You know, let's see what Biggie has for them today. But outside of that, they're all just chilling and all of that. Did I mention to you guys that when you win head of house, Biggie gives you this very beautiful neck chain? That's actually the neck chain piece he's wearing right now. You know, she has this beautiful neck chain on gold. You know, it's so pretty. So I'm thinking that anybody that wins head of house, that's what you're going to identify with, not the HOH badge or anything. A lot of changes. Biggie brought a lot of twists here and there, no matter how little, and we're all for that. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a very big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I hope you watched my ads. Okay, I hope you watched it. I hope. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.